everybody, and welcome to another review. Today we'll be comparing two resin cleaning machines. The first is the Elegoo Mercury Plus, and the second is the Anycubic Wash and Cure 2.0, and both are very similar yet different machines, as we'll see shortly. Full disclaimer, I purchased both these machines myself for the purposes of this review, and the opinions that you see here are my own. Now before we begin, let's quickly cover what these machines do, and how they might differ from traditional hand cleaning methods. In this case, both machines serve two main purposes in the post-processing of 3D resin prints. The first is to clean the model to remove any residue resin which might remain after the print has finished printing. The second is to fully cure the cured prints to ensure the material's full mechanical properties. Both of these machines are designed to take up as little room as possible by combining both purposes into one device. Now, I've been using both these machines for a while now, and I can say that both will achieve very similar results. However, the user experience for each of these is quite different in certain aspects. Both of these machines were chosen for the comparison because they are the closest in design and function. So let's take a closer look at each of them one by one. The Elegoo Mercury Plus uses a series of buttons to switch between the different modes as well as controlling the operation of the machine. All buttons are clearly labeled and easy to read, however it is more time consuming to set cleaning and curing times. On this machine you have to repeatedly press the plus or negative button to achieve the desired cure setting, which is inconvenient, especially if your hands are covered in resin. If you want to run the cleaning mode, you'll have to do this with the machine cover on, and although you can place the container lid on it, it will be a very tight fit. The container lid on my unit had issues with closing properly, and I would recommend that the company change this for future machines. In order to clean the build plate, this machine has an added adapter which clips onto the top of the machine to where the cleaning basket would normally be located. This holder is only currently compatible with certain build plates and didn't work with my Anycubic Photon. I would have preferred a different method for holding the cleaning basket in place, since it must be clipped into the holder for every use. If you choose not to properly secure the basket, it can interfere or damage the rotational stirrers, since the basket does not have a raised portion. As a safety precaution, this machine does turn off the LEDs if the machine cover is not in place. When I opened up this machine, I did indeed discover tin terminals, which I immediately proceeded to replace with ferruled ones. Although this machine does produce beeping sounds, in most cases this machine isn't overly loud in its warning and operation. A newer model has since been released, which does have some improvements and features. The Anycubic Wash and Cure Machine 2.0 uses a rotational knob to adjust its timing settings, which I found to be a much faster method for adjustment. When you press down on the rotational knob, it allows you to start and stop the machine. In order to change between cleaning modes and curing modes, you'll press the button that has a cycle symbol on its surface. I found that the LEDs which displayed the current mode selection to be very small and difficult to read. What you see on camera is very much the same as what a user experiences in person, and it would be something that I recommend they improve in future iterations. The basket design has raised feet, which helps prevent uncured resin from dripping down onto the surface. However, you will still need to place something underneath since its base is still open. One of the best features I've found yet on this machine is the ability to place the cleaning container on the machine and run it without the cover. This allows me to run the machine with the container lid on but not the machine cover, which helps contain the fumes a lot better while preventing the evaporation of the liquid. The top of the container is higher than the LEDs, which makes it easier to place and remove the lid during normal operation. The cleaning container has another benefit in that it keeps the build plate above the base by using the tabs which are designed in the container itself. This means that you don't have to swap out any additional components when cleaning with your build plate. As for the curing portion, this uses a reflective foil and a base which is inserted into the gear. The only main concern I have is that the liquid may fall into the gear system since this is more open design. As a safety precaution, this machine does turn off the LEDs if the machine cover is not in place, which is a welcome precaution. When I opened up this machine, I was very happy to discover that it did not use any tin connections at the terminals, which is a positive move forward for the company. This machine does produce very loud noises and humming sounds when in operation, and is something I would like to see addressed in future products. Both these machines do alternate directions when in cleaning mode, which does help ensure that all the material is removed from the prints. These devices would benefit from certain changes in their future design, one of which is the memory of the last time setting. Both machines reset to 0 for both their washing and curing cycles, which is inconvenient in a production setting where time is at a premium. If an owner has a flex build plate installed, they should not place it inside the cleaning station, since it can compromise the adhesive being used to hold the magnet. While these machines are great for larger parts, I would like to see them include a finer sized basket for cleaning smaller parts, since this is very likely to fall through the opening of the basket. In my case, I've started using a tea infuser to circumvent this issue, however, it isn't entirely ideal. So with all this information taken in consideration, what is the final verdict? There's certain aspects of each that I do prefer, however, for me, the clear winner is the Anycubic Wash and Cure 2.0 for several reasons. The main reason is that the fact that they have proper wiring in their machine and the overall implementation of the cleaning mode. Their basket and container design are well integrated with the rest of the machine, and this does come at a higher price point. So if you're under a tight budget and won't be utilizing your machine on a regular basis, then I would recommend the Elegoo cleaning station. However, if you're producing prints approximately twice a week, I would definitely invest in one of the Anycubics. The Anycubic model is simply more user-friendly and can potentially save a user quite a bit of time because of how it's been designed. Also, for those of you who actually want to use this video as a guide, keep in mind that I will be posting a transcript on my main website to make it easier to follow along. Alternatively, please feel free to slow down the video by hitting the gear icon on the bottom right hand corner of your screen to change the speed settings. If you want to support this channel, please feel free to check out some of the merch on my website. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you and take care.